It's Week 11 of the NFL, and all eyes are on Saquon Barkley. He'll be a focal point of his offense this week. It's the Eagles and the Commanders, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 25.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we join you from South Philly, close to 70,000 strong, packing Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen. Greg, this is one that the defensive coordinators have had a long week because these quarterbacks, you can prepare and prepare for them, but because of their legs, you never know what they're going to do.
And when the play breaks down, I think that's where the real fun begins. I mean, it is just so hard. You mentioned it. These defensive coordinators, they spend all week, and every time the ball is snapped, you really have to defend two plays. And what I mean is you defend the initial play that's called by the offense in the huddle, and then you also have to defend the scramble play, the breakdown, the improv. That's what makes these quarterbacks so dangerous, and it just takes one breakdown defensively for a big play, and it's 6.
It's Jake Elliott ready to get this one kicked off. And we're underway here in South Philly. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They are led by the former Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, Jayden Daniels.
I think when you go back and watch the film for last week, Mike, he played fairly well for the most part. Now, are there some things to clean up? Absolutely. Some of his footwork, both inside and outside the pocket, still has a long way to go. The occasional errant throw or just thinking, hey, I've got a big arm, I'm going to fit this ball in the window. Some of that stuff needs to get cleaned up, but overall, not bad. But what matters the most in wins and losses, and he just wasn't the difference maker his team needed when they needed him the most.
Play action. Here's Daniels. Going down the center of the field, open man, and it's taken in. A pickup of 21 on that connection. First down. Here's a first carry for their running back. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll stick with him again. That's a short pickup to about the 47. That is Cooper DeJean in there for the stop. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And that is incomplete. Ben Sinnen was the intended receiver. And that'll set up 4th down. The Commanders set to kick this one away. Just what the punter's hoping to do. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time. And leading them out, their quarterback. It's Jalen Hurts.
He's coming off one of those games, Mike, where he just wasn't good enough. I mean, he wasn't bad by any stretch of the imagination. He was good at times. He just wasn't good enough times. And I think when you're playing the quarterback position and all the focus is on you, your play has such a direct correlation between wins and losses that when you don't play your best, the magnifying glass is on you. So he needs to bounce back this week. He needs to be more productive in the passing game, generate more big plays, and then eliminate the turnovers. He cannot continue to throw the ball to the other team.
on play action. Hurts. Open man downfield. He's got his tight end Goddard. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Here's a handoff to Barkley. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Here's Hurts. He'll take this himself. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Eagles punt team. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Commanders' offense and their running back set to go once more. As we give you a look at the league's leaders in receiving touchdowns, you can see he's second best among NFL running backs at this point in the year. That's caught downfield. McLaurin brings it in. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
They'll go play action here with Daniels. That's to McLaurin. They connect again. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Now some movement up front. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time here today. Daniels to throw on 2nd down. To the right side here, pass is caught. 11 yards on the connection there. Good for a Commanders first down. Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. To the back of the end zone. He's got it. Terry McLaurin. Touchdown, Commanders. His 6th touchdown now for the season.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
He's got the 2021 Heisman winner. That's Devontae Smith.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's going to be running out of bounds, but not until he gets down to the 40-yard line. First grab of the game for Brown. Good enough for a first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pick up of 14 and a first down. A pistol snap, back to Hurts. Nowhere to go, he is taken down.
If you're gonna take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That's caught downfield by Smith. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
2 yards from 6 points. It is first down and goal. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10.
To play in the NFL, you got to have a short-term memory, because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. And in this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track.
And he's going to get this down to the 10-yard line. This is the 8th play of this drive, and it's third and goal. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. It is brought in the end zone. Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
The extra point by Elliott is good. And the Eagles will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. There's Terry McLaurin and the Commanders offense heading out for their next possession. And he's had an early impact on this game. Sensational start, and you know they're going to be looking his way more as this game goes on. And that's not going to yield a whole lot, up to about the 28-yard line. Second down and 8. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Paris Evans on the scoreboard. And we're back in Philly in a moment. Look him up on a second down and 8. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. A sideline throw, looked in by McLaurin. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple, and it sets up third down. Off the play fake, here's Daniels. He'll try and get there on the ground.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on third down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the first down.
Terry McLaurin, the intended target on that one. And it'll lead to a second down. Up the middle they go. And he will not be able to get free. Picking up only a yard. Now, it's third down. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
On comes the punter now. The punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. So that one going to land out of bounds, and the official's going to mark it right at the 20-yard line. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 21-yard line.
Here's Barkley. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play. They come to the line needing 11 here on third down. Cooper going in motion. On third down, here's Hurts. He'll try to run for it. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 38-yard line.
Throwing is Hurts. He's got his tight end Goddard working the middle of the field.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3.
At the Commanders' 49-yard line.
To the air again. Hurts. Now he'll run it. Now an injured player on the field, and that's the quarterback, Jalen Hurts, who is shaken up. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Back to throw. That's over the middle, taken in by Cooper. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. A throw left side, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Saquon Barkley coming out of the backfield. And it'll bring up second down. Now they'll set up to throw. Oh, he tried to swing it outside, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Derek Forrest. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick six for touchdown. The pick six for the score. Greg, that is the one thing this offense did not want to see. And it really is demoralizing to see that happen in that spot.
Absolutely, Mike. And that's one of those cases I'd like to see the quarterback say, all right, I'm going to live to play another day. Don't force that throw. Don't try to make a play that's not there, because not only do you turn the ball over, you give them an easy 6.
And on the other side, the defense, what a moment. Uplifting for them. Big momentum building.
Yeah, and that's the way games are shaped in this league, Mike. I mean, you find yourself able to capitalize on a mistake by an offense. You get yourself an easy touchdown. All of a sudden, your sideline finds themselves completely rejuvenated.
Now for the point after. He's got it. And the Commanders will move out to a 14-7 lead.
14, Eagles 7.
Following the touchdown, here's Slide to kick it away. He fields it at the 8. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. He'll start this drive by keeping it himself. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
1 yard gain brings up second and 9. At the
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
A fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. The Commanders offense and Jaden Daniels ready to take over once more. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. Take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a quarterback. Daniels now on 1st down. That's McLaurin open on the left side. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
A gain of 5. 1st down, Commanders.
Here's Daniels. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this 1st half. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. To the air again is Daniels. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
He'll tuck it and take off.
The key to a good quarterback scramble, Mike, is knowing when it's time to go from a thrower to a runner, and that's exactly what we saw here. Doesn't get the first down, but he's able to pick up some really positive yards and then get out of bounds.
He'll get that to his tight end, Ben Sinnott, and he'll be taken down.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points.
And he's in. Touchdown, Washington. Out comes Sly for the extra point. He's got it. And the Commanders will take a 21-7 lead.
Commanders 21, Eagles 7.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Now an opening past the 30. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Eagles offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. That is Jonathan Allen, the big defensive tackle, in there for the sack.
When it starts bad, it has a funny way of ending up getting worse, and I don't think that could be any more true than it is right now. They're already down by multiple possessions, and after that start to this drive with the sack, they find themselves once again in a massive hole.
One final throw before the break, and that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get